Martin Luther King. He was one of the greatest speech makers of our time and one of the most recognizable speech makers for any African American ever in history for us. His speech, I Have a Dream, is one of the most recognized speeches that anybody can actually remember. That speech is taught in school, is repeated constantly. He even has his own day dedicated to what he was able to accomplish through his speeches and everything, and the importance of everything he did. Martin Luther King used what is known as speech tools to help him develop a good, efficient speech. Many of the tools he used were acronyms that help you in remembering how to deliver a good speech or how to establish a good speech with everybody. And so the audience can have a constant reminder or a good sense of confidence with him. Martin Luther King's major speech would have to be I Have a Dream, in which he is trying to prove a point and say that African Americans have just as much right as white people to do anything, and that they should be considered equal and not be segregated and separated, or even go back to older times and make African Americans slaves. His speeches majorly had to do with what we consider in the speech making world scared, help, and brat, which are all acronyms just to make it easier to make a speech. He used scared quite efficiently in making his speech just the right length and to dedicate it to the right audience. Like, he made sure that who he was targeting and how efficient it was going to be. If he made it too short, it wasn't going to get the point across of what he was trying to envision in his future, and it wouldn't be as efficient. He also made it very easy to follow by using constant repetition and precise pausing for the audience to keep up with what he was saying. He also made the speech very deliverable, and he ended up delivering it in Washington, D.C. with thousands of people. Also, he was able to establish help, which it helps more with repetition of the with memory of the audience. He did this with repetition. If you constantly hearing a same thing over and over, you'll start to believe it or remember it, if anything. So that's what he did. He towards the end of the speech, he just kept repeating, I have a dream, etc. I have a dream, etc. I have a dream, etc. And till this day, that's what we always remember. Like, we always be like, oh, Martin Luther King did the I have a dream speech, and he envisioned this, and that, and that's how he impacted everybody, which also made it easy to follow. And he took various pausings, like I said, to be able to build that suspense or that impact inside his audience to make it that much more interesting and that much more insightful. He also used what we call brat, which helps with more like delivery, more like pausing how many words to use, where to put this or where to put that. And he did that efficiently because he spoke at a constant rate, which wasn't like broken up in bits and pieces. And he also was able to give a good sense of order, and he spoke very clearly, which made it easier for all those people to be able to hear him, because not everybody was face to face how we are now. They were thousands and thousands of feet away, like across the whole entire monuments and stuff. So it helped a lot. Martin Luther King was also a pastor, which helped, I guess, with all this, because he already knew how to target people and how to make their brain process everything that he was saying and kind of make everything click together and build a sense of understanding or a sense of equality between him and you. And that is essential for anybody, especially all of us in the speech making world. We need to learn from his success in speech making, so we as people or speech makers can incorporate that into ours, so it can be just as insightful or impacting like his speech can be. So overall, I feel like his speech was the best one out there ever in society, and that's why I chose to elaborate on him. But just remember that, like anybody, we have to be able to incorporate all the things we learn in speech making to have a successful speech. Thank you.